Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back on the what is this called? This is called the Banter podcast. It's sorry, I don't know. For me, it's felt like it's been a while here. I've had a long week, so we're going through it here.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
I am your host, Kyle Pritchard. As I have to get my phone, I'm here joined by my wonderful guests, Brennan, Kirkpatrick, and Korey. How are we doing, gentlemen?
What's up? Great, man. I'm excited.
Good.
I'm very excited for this banter.
Yeah.
I am also
Not
very
gonna lie.
excited. I'm also very excited, but I'm also very tired. So
Me too.
maybe
I
Brennan
had
will pump me up.
A lot of work this week.
I don't know if I'll pump you up, but I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'll say that, but I'm
wearing
ready.
your Tyrese Halliburton
Absolutely.
jersey.
I need a haircut.
Yeah. I mean, they're playing the Pistons and they're winning big. What else?
What else is
do you
new?
expect? I mean,
Yeah.
Tyrese, he's
Yeah, they are destroying the Pistons right now.
All right, so
it's good. First game back, little light,
we're
some light
right back
reps.
in the swing of things here for
Get
the
going.
NBA. All right, so I am going to tell you the rules here as we always do. So we got 25 minutes for the main podcast. If they agree on a question, they get a minute to discuss. Or no, they get a minute to discuss. Yes, and then they get
Minute if we agree.
yes, and then they get 35 seconds each if they disagree, and then a minute 30 to hopefully. And after 25 minutes, we will have our fun little speed round, which I came up with today, and it's going to be a little trivia thing where I'm going to give our contestants random players across all four of the major sports. So there will unfortunately be some hockey and some baseball. I know. Well,
Hockey.
Oh, I thought it was only.
I said mostly football.
I think it's only baseball and
I
basketball.
said mostly. It's mostly a football and basketball, but there are some hockey players.
Can we opt to skip all hockey related players?
I think the guy that chose should be pretty easy, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
I know hockey just enough.
I don't.
Just enough.
I don't. I can do baseball just enough, but Brennan knows baseball, so that's not
All right.
even a problem.
Gentlemen, we're going to start right about now, right after I finish the first question here, and we'll start with the NBA, as we were just talking about it. With the top question up on the board here, and it's the NBA saw its highest combined scoring in the All-Star game ever, with a final score of 211 to 186. Even when Adam Silver congratulated the East winning, he was kind of lackadaisical. So should the people involved in setting up the All-Star game be trying to change at this point? And if they do change it, how so? All right, and go. All right, I got to.
Oh,
Okay.
we fully disagree.
Fully disagree. All right, let's let
Okay.
Brennan go
all right.
first.
Okay, so the All-Star game wasn't great. Honestly, the game itself was horrible. The skills contest was horrible. The only really good thing about this All-Star game was the 3-point contest and then the Steph versus Sabrina thing. That was awesome.
Cool.
I loved that. Something needs to be done about the game, though. I said incentivize it a little bit more, like we saw in the in-season tournament where players were playing very competitive for a little amount of money. Maybe if you increase the incentives, players will at least give the effort that they would.
All right.
Like during summer training.
All right,
stuff.
Korey, go ahead.
Unfortunately, I just don't think there's going to be an incentive, at least like not a financial amount, that is going to convince players to play differently. I mean, it's very good that NBA players are getting paid a lot at this point, that they have a great players union, but they don't have any. The NBA doesn't have any power over them when it comes to this sort of thing. I think it needs to be changed entirely. Maybe do like a tournament format kind of thing, kind of like they have in the Rising Stars Challenge, where they have that 4-team format. Maybe do a little bit of a draft, bring back the draft thing. I don't know why they really got rid of that. Maybe do that in a more of a tournament-based format, and it'll be more competitive.
You guys have a minute and 30. Go right ahead.
So I like the idea of the tournament, but I don't think that solves the problem of the players not trying.
So do you think
if you know what I mean?
Think an incentive? You might be right, but do you think an incentive, any amount, is going to solve it?
It's currently at 100,000. I think if you up the ante to, I put $500,000 in my ante.
Brennan, these are all stars. They're playing. They're making multi-million-dollar contracts. Like many of these players are making.
I know, but you saw how a lot of these players played in the in-season tournament, and it's just one game.
Many of these players are making 9-figure contracts.
I understand that.
It's just not going to work out. I think you need to do a full change, and I'm not going to budge on just saying that there's an incentive. So let's think of a change that we can make to make the All-Star game.
I do like the tournament idea, and I think we can start there. I love that.
So either we do like a tournament idea thing, or we let the like 1v1 tournament thing that people are throwing out there be in like Saturday night.
Isn't the 1v1 tournament like or is that the NBA versus WNBA thing?
Well, people are thinking about doing a 1v1 tournament, as part of Saturday night. But maybe we let that be a thing.
LeBron versus Steph or something like that. That'd be kind of 1v1 tournament. I could get behind that.
So 1v1 tournament improves the dunk contest, and then for the actual game.
The other thing, the dunk contest. I think more superstars need to.
Gentlemen, so how we come statement here?
Okay. So we agree on the 1v1 tournament, which isn't exactly what the question was.
He asked how should we change the All-Star game.
Exactly. That was a problem in the All-Star game.
And we're changing the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I
also,
like the
one thing I do want to add, Brennan, you talk about superstars in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown was in the dunk contest.
I know.
I know. Really bad.
It was in my notes. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. He did well. But we gotta go back to the.
He did very bad.
Right, do you guys want to continue here?
He did well for doing.
Okay, continue. Let's go.
Set the pace here.
Let's go.
We're gonna hold off on the NFL for right now. We'll go to baseball because I like baseball.
Make it quick then. Come on.
If you had to start a franchise from scratch and you could select any player,
easy,
not Ohtani or Trout. Who would it be?
Yeah,
why?
As though we would pick them. Oh, come on,
we got a disagreement. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's give Korey.
All right.
Let's give Korey his flowers here.
I'm going first.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said Ronald Acuna Jr., arguably the best player in the MLB right now, and he's only 26 years old, just turned 26 in December. I mean, Kyle is back here acting like it's 2020. He did it last week with the LeBron question. He's doing it again, acting like Mike Trout is the player you're going to start your franchise with. He's 33 years old. He's got injury concerns. Ohtani may never pitch again. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you never know. So you got a player like Acuna Jr. I would like to have a more valuable position, like maybe a catcher, but you got to play by the best player available. I'm drafting Acuna Jr.
That's fair. All right, let's let Brennan go, the baseball boy.
Okay, so I would have said Acuna, but Julio Rodriguez is the next big stud in Major League Baseball. He's 3 years younger than Acuna, which is a big reason why I chose that.
Mm-hmm.
Age is very important when choosing a franchise. He's going to win multiple MVPs, Silver Sluggers, Gold Gloves. He's only 23 years old. He's already the 10th best player in baseball. He's consistently going to put you up 30 home runs, 90 RBIs, have a 500 slugging percentage, 340 OPS, and OPS plus 136. He's the face of the Seattle Mariners. He's going to be the face of baseball for a while. Acuna is great. He is the best player in baseball right now. But going forward for a franchise,
that was a lot of words, so I'll let you guys go ahead and talk it out.
Okay, so I totally get the age thing. Do you think 26 is really too old to rely on a player that we know is good?
I don't think it's... See, Acuna's good. He's the best player in baseball right now. I agree with you.
So if you're saying he's the best player in baseball,
what I'm talking about with age, though, is I want a young superstar. Like Julio Rodriguez is only going to be in his third season in the league. When you know what you're doing with him, you can build around him for years and years to come.
So do you really think that age is that big of a factor in the MLB?
It's
like
for
it's
some
not the
players,
same as
for some players,
league.
yes, it is. And we've seen Acuna get hurt before. Like not this past year where he won the MVP, but 2 years ago he got hurt.
You're right.
He was injured.
And he's back and he's playing good.
He's back. He's playing good.
Exactly. I think that's saying that Acuna Jr. is going to have longevity. I don't really have a problem with him. But that being said, I do understand the age factor. If I had a more valuable position,
the other thing, and well, I mean, you're exactly right in the position. I wish I had somebody.
If I had like a catcher or a pitcher, then maybe I would really be sticking to my guns. But I hear what you're saying about Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah. The other thing with Julio, I think I 100%. I think he's the next, and I think his potential. His ceiling is higher than Acuna's. I know that's crazy to say because Acuna had one of the best seasons ever for baseball. He had like a 70-40 season. I think Julio Rodriguez might be better.
I'd be hesitant to do it But I mean, the age is like I really just don't think age is a big enough factor, and I'm gonna disagree.
I know, well, it's
Oh,
age plus the ceiling.
we got a
So
disagreement.
okay.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
mean, even
Alright.
if you think the ceiling's higher, we already know where Acuna Jr. is now. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Look, that's fair. Acuna would have been my second. Acuna would have been my second player,
Righty,
but
gentlemen, we'll go to the NFL now. You know I'm the NFL guy here. So we'll go to the kind of, again, it's kind of a blank question here because not a lot in the NFL right now.
again, hurry up about it.
Among all the franchises that have not won a Super Bowl currently, right now, as we speak, who seems to be the most ready to win one right now?
oh, okay.
No!
Mhm.
I'll let Brennan go first here.
As much as I want to say Korey's answer, there are too many question marks surrounding the Buffalo Bills right now. So I want the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow is 2A and 2B with Josh Allen. He's just as good. The big reason why Buffalo is negative $50 million in cap deficit right now. The Cincinnati Bengals are $68 million plus. T. Higgins is likely coming back. You're going to be bringing in a whole new cast. They have a decent spot in the draft where they can draft an offensive lineman, tight end. I think right now, as currently constructed, we'll have to see what Buffalo does. But I think right now, as of this moment, Cincinnati has the best chance to win the first.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Let's let Korey go.
Okay, so I said the Buffalo Bills. The problem I have with Cincinnati here is that you talk about like cap space. They don't really need a ton of cap space right now. They have the team. They've had the talent for many years that is capable. They just need to get over that hump. They have plenty of experience. They have the most playoff experience in the last 5 years of any team that hasn't been to the Super Bowl at least once. And I mean, that's going to be a big thing here. They're the most ready to win the Super Bowl because they're running out of time. They need to be there now. The Cincinnati, they have more question marks than Buffalo does in my mind. And I think that Buffalo is just going to bring in off the momentum they had last season. They're ready to win. Their fan base is certainly ready to win. I don't see why you wouldn't say Buffalo here.
Well, I didn't say Buffalo for the reasons I said I didn't say Buffalo.
Sure.
They're currently negative $50 million in cap. You don't know what Stephon Diggs is coming back. The defense is aging. They can't. I mean, they're losing a lot of key pieces.
You lose Micah. I was going to say you lose Micah Hyde. Oh well, like that's the
Micah Hyde has been a franchise
I understand.
piece.
I fully get that, but that's the one. That's the one thing that Buffalo's
AJ Epinesa might be out. Daquan Jones might be out.
You're relying on Joe Burrow.
Really
Joe Burrow might not even be something they have. Like Joe Burrow isn't even necessarily like what you want him to be. You're talking about him being 1A2.
As much as I throw shade,
really?
He is. He's been to has Josh Allen been to a Super Bowl?
Joe Burrow's coming off an injury, and he's young.
Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl, and he's beaten Mahomes.
He went to one. Yeah, yes,
but he beat
Mahomes.
Josh Allen hasn't beaten Mahomes.
I agree. But and the thing I'll say about Josh Allen is that Josh Allen has been like the way he ended his season last year is very different from the way that he's been playing his career so far. And the fact that Buffalo has proven that they can win, maybe not at the highest level, but they can win in both ways. I mean, I think that they can get the job done. They have the team. And again, you talk about ready. You talk about ready. Cincinnati has time to wait. Buffalo just doesn't.
I think Buffalo's current window, it'll open in two or so years. I think their current window right now is not.
Buffalo is closing on them. The elevator is shutting. You got to get in.
Exactly. As long as Sean McDermott
they're
is
already
the coach,
in the elevator. They got one way to go, and that's up.
As much as I want to agree with you, right now, I just don't think I can.
Okay.
For as much as I want to, I just don't see the Bills. I see the Bengals as the team right now.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I had the Lions before the Bengals. What's up, Kyle?
Can we hear Kyle?
Yeah, I can't hear Kyle at all. Yeah, that would be our problem.
Yeah. That would.
Yeah.
So
let's keep talking about the Bills.
Just extra time to agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think. Okay, next question. Oh, all right. So early Stanley Cup predictions.
Predictions. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So. I'm gonna type my answer in then right here. Who do I say for the Western Conference? That's it, right there. That's my Stanley Cup prediction.
Okay. Where is my notes? Where are my notes right now?
I believe that's my Stanley Cup prediction.
I mean,
Should be. It is.
I mean,
Perfect. Gotcha.
Kyle, is your mic just not?
Kyle, you.
Am I alive?
There we go. What's up, Kyle?
I'm not sure what happened there. Brennan muted his mic, and then just everything burned off to me. I don't know what just
What?
happened.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I won't mute my mic anymore. Do you stop the timer?
I do, but I'm gonna give you guys some stuff here. I'm gonna give you guys probably an extra question at the end of this. So,
Okay.
did we
Yeah,
discuss
okay.
that question?
Yeah.
Did we just discuss that
Well,
question?
Korey's chat broke, so he's trying to
Okay.
fix that.
Okay.
I gave my
So
answer.
I can give an answer, but do we really want to talk about this one?
He asked it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, it works.
All
There
right.
we go.
Sweet.
All right, I'll let Brennan go first.
All right, so my Stanley Cup prediction very early right now is the Florida Panthers versus the Winnipeg Jets. All right, let's go with the Eastern Conference first. The Florida Panthers, 16-15-4. They just overtook the Rangers for the top spot in the Eastern Conference. They're a very aggressive team, 7th in goals, 2nd in goals against, 10th in assists, 6th in the power play percentage, 4th in the penalty kill. They're on fire right now. They made it to the Stanley Cup last year as an 8 seed. Expected to continue again. The Jets play great defense. Connor Hellebuck is him. They're 3rd in the Central, but I think, like the Panthers, they can go on a run once they get into the playoffs.
Brennan, if you want to get some points here, I would let your partner go on. Korey, go ahead.
Well, then you stop
Okay,
talking.
so I 100% agree with the Winnipeg Jets right now. They've kind of settled down to where they're going to be for this season, but I think they have a strong enough, consistent defense that's going to work. Where I disagree is you're talking about the Panthers. The Panthers have a hot streak, and that's exactly what it is. I went in favor of the New York Rangers, who they just overtook. The Rangers do have a little bit more experience in the past few seasons of being winners, of being a solid team. They score a pretty hefty amount of goals every game here. They had a little bit of a stretch where they weren't, but they're a scoring team. They're a strong team. You're going to have that scoring team versus that defensive team in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Your minute 30 has started.
I would have said the Rangers if they wouldn't choke every single playoffs. It seems like every year they choke. And they can't just get over the hump. They're like the Bills. They're like the Sixers. Must be these red, white, and blue teams, man.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because
I mean, I understand that. I totally understand that take. But the thing is the Sixers are not in the same situation. They've never been in the same situation as the New York Rangers have been, where the New York Rangers right now are I think they are the best team in the Eastern Conference. But it's them or Boston, but Boston has just been benefited by, an easier schedule. I don't think you can say Florida.
Boston chokes in the playoffs, too. They
Exactly. Boston is just a team that's there. The Rangers are the team in the Eastern Conference now. I mean, you can say that they haven't made it there before. I don't think that that's choking. I think it's just that they haven't done it before.
But we've seen that the teams in the teams to beat never make the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Especially in the East.
Okay, sure.
Especially in the East. Like the Boston Bruins, the big bad Bruins got eliminated in, what was it? It was 7 games, but they lost in the first round to the 8 seed Florida Panthers.
Sure. Okay, but that's why we have the Jets in here right now. We have the Jets in the Stanley Cup Finals right now because the Jets are going to make it over the team of those other big names. So we can agree on that. Why don't you say that we can at least have one stable team, one top contender that we've seen in the regular season?
You know what?
Have them go the way.
I'll give it to you. I like the Rangers.
All right.
If this is the year to do it, they do it. The Panthers I can get behind. Maybe it's just a hot streak, but I think they're for real. But Rangers, you can't.
Agreement.
They have their time. Yes, we've reached an agreement. Rangers, Jets. Let's go.
All right, we'll go to the NBA, the Dark Rivers question. What is the issue with Dark Rivers Bucks? They've been pretty rough as of recently. So
yeah.
It's a fair answer there, Brennan.
I think that's the clear answer.
Okay,
I think we have the same.
No, mine's different.
No,
mine's different.
Is it?
Okay.
Yes.
We'll let Korey go. Go ahead, Korey.
Okay. All right. So my answer was leadership in general. And I'm not in the Bucks organization, so I can't really say, what's going on as far as that goes. But I know that they haven't had leadership from the coaching staff through this whole season with a guy like Adrian Griffin, who was kind of, for lack of a better word, he was kind of a pushover. He didn't really know what was going on, so he just kind of molded to his players. So they haven't really had a stable leadership in the coaching staff. And then on Giannis Antetokounmpo's end, I feel like when he's in these press conferences that we've seen him do after the Memphis game, he's just really screaming and that his players are not listening to him, that his team isn't listening to him. There's a problem with leadership there.
All right. Brennan, go ahead.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about a very specific point of leadership, and that is Doc Rivers himself. There's never, like they were talking about, what's his face? JJ Redick said there's no accountability with him. He always makes excuses. He's throwing his players under the bus after every game, and I mean, they do kind of deserve it. I agree. But he knows the expectation of the job. He's just got to go win. Okay? They lost to the G League Grizzlies. Like, who the heck is Zaire Williams and G.G. Jackson?
Okay, first of all, you just said Zaire Williams. He's good.
I've never heard of him.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right, so you're talking about Doc Rivers blaming players. I think it's a bigger problem if Giannis Antetokounmpo is blaming players. And Giannis has been going to press conference after press conference, and he's like, we just don't want to win. We just don't want to win as a team. It seems like he's telling his team, hey, we need to win more, and then whenever it's not working, he's just acting like they're not caring. That's at least that's what it feels like to me. And if that's not the case, if it's really just like they're not listening to his leadership style, or they are listening to his leadership style, it's not working out, and he's just getting frustrated, whatever that may be, they don't have leadership. There hasn't been enough time for Doc Rivers to be the problem, because the problem is that there isn't a stable.
How do you go from 30-13 to 3-7 in your last 10?
You act like that 3-7 in the last 10 isn't something that happened over those games. They went from
Nuggets second in the league. They went from second in the league in scoring to 24th under Doc Rivers.
Yes, I understand that, and that's a problem. That's a problem with consistency.
With Giannis, I feel like I agree with you. I think that his teammates aren't respecting him enough. And can you get behind because he has a say in the coaching hires, and he's bringing in different coaches. Like, he doesn't want this coach and he doesn't want that coach, and players his teammates are starting to realize.
I would say that's a Giannis Antetokounmpo problem, and I'm not saying that.
I know it's a Giannis. He's bringing in different coaches.
I'm not saying that Doc Rivers.
I think Doc Rivers.
He is. He's part of the leadership.
So you want to agree? You want to agree that Giannis having too much control over the leadership aspects of the team?
I think whatever he's doing with that power isn't working. So I think it's the leadership.
Okay. I agree with you. All right, I agree with that.
That's another point for the gentleman.
Was that 3 or 4?
That's 3.
I think that's 3. But again, I'm going to give you guys an time down here. Let's go to baseball, because I love baseball.
Love baseball.
So with pitchers and catchers reporting to spring training, many complaining about the quality of the new jerseys made by Fanatics. You know, we all love Fanatics here. They say they feel like replicas and stuff like that. What do you think? Why do you think? Because along with the NHL, they're gonna start giving them the jerseys for next year.
I think this is kind of agreement because it has the
company at this level, even with their dodgy history of quality and mistakes. And we
I didn't.
2 answers here.
I didn't realize you were finished with the question, but I kind of agree, but with the contract and everything with the money.
Okay.
So is that an agreement or?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think it is.
Give him a minute.
Okay, so I'll talk about it first. Just in general, for the MLB, obviously their problem is that they're already locked into a 10-year contract. They've been locked into that for the last 5 years or so. And the reason why the NHL is starting their brand new 10-year contract is exactly what Brennan's talking about. It's money. We've reached a point where Fanatics just is that organization right now. They bought Topps. They bought out Mitchell and Ness, who make those nice NBA Hardwood Classic jerseys, by the way. Those are nice jerseys. But so, I mean, there's really no other option. And I mean, you got to work with what you have, and what you have in this industry is Fanatics.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to money. Fanatics gave the NHL a better offer after their contract expired with Adidas. They gave them the better offer. MLB, of course, has that contract already. And
we can just hope
with the jersey quality, we can just hope that they listen to the players.
Exactly. We can hope that in those contracts, that they're looking for better quality and better improvements year after year.
Yeah.
So,
alrighty, cool. Let's get on here real swiftly. We'll do NFL. My last NFL question here. After the NFL wrapped up the second Super Bowl that went into overtime, it came out that many of the 49ers players did not know the rule until afterward. many can argue about how good this rule is, but what is one rule you think should be modded or introduced in some way? Explain why.
Okay, new NFL rules.
New NFL rules.
I am scared to
Ooh.
defend this.
That's a hot take.
Oh my God! Okay, what's
Wow.
What's a Korey go, dude?
Okay. All right. So I said to allow multiple forward passes. There are obviously a lot of like smaller rules that can be changed, that should be changed, and that I can totally agree with. But I think that this is going to be a great thing to spice the NFL up a little bit. And one of the things that I like about it is that I think it's a unique way that can reduce the concussion problem in the NFL, because there's going to be less targeting if you're going to have more players on the field who are able to do things. And you got to start small. You can't just have like an infinite amount of forward passes in the first time you implement this rule. But I think that you can have more valuable players from different positions, not just a quarterback dominated league, and then you can reduce injuries. So I think multiple forward passes.
Let's give your partner some time here. Brennan, go ahead.
Well, first of all, this isn't rugby. This is the NFL.
But
second of all, the rule I said was to incorporate the overtime rules into the regular season. Look, the 49ers forgetting the rules is entirely on Kyle Shanahan and the coaching staff. Mm-hmm. But if you want to prevent that in the future, I think the overtime rules should be incorporated into the regular season. That way there's no excuses anymore. You can say that, even though I said it wasn't an excuse. You incorporate that into the regular season. Teams know what to expect once they get to the playoffs. And it's just a more fair rule for both teams to have the ball anyways.
All right.
Okay, so first of all, right off the back, I agree with you. I talked about this last week. I talked about this last week, how I like it. But I want to talk about forward passes for one more second, please. It's going to create a more strategic-based offensive league. You know, there's going to be more strategies involved, and there's going to be more positions involved in those strategies. So you're not just going to have, like, the MVP always be quarterback-based. It could be different positions. If
you want a sport that does that, go to rugby. All right.
Okay, football. I'm sorry that you want to stick to football where you're getting injured all the time, where injuries are so high.
Honestly, I think
rugby seems like it would be more of a dangerous. No, you'd think rugby would have more injuries, but rugby is actually so much safer. And there's less targeting. There's less targeting whenever you have more.
I feel like there'd be more
passes.
Targeting. Because if you get a wide receiver like Juwan Jennings in the Super Bowl, that throw was a duck to Christian McCaffrey. If you get like someone like Juwan Jennings throwing the ball like that across the field, some safety is gonna come in and like hit stick.
No, I mean you're not seeing it the way I see it. You got to throw the ball, and then once that pass is thrown, everybody's got to stay on their man. You know, you can't just shift over.
There's a thing called zone coverage, Corey.
I understand,
and it doesn't.
I understand that. I agree with the overtime rules.
We agree with the overtime
But hey,
rules.
Forward passes. Think about it. It could be the next big thing.
Alrighty. I'm gonna give you guys an untimed down here before we go to our speed.
That's 5 agreements.
So
we go crazy.
Can
we go back to the NBA?
How many NBA questions left are there?
There's
I have one other NBA one, so we can go ahead and do that. That's fine.
Actually, I like the Penguins one as well. We could do the Penguins one if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine by me. Imagine you are the Pittsburgh Penguins GM. The team keeps losing close games. The team has not really struggled this much this deep into the season in this last 15, 16, 17 years. Do you or do you not blow it up? And if you do, who do you trade? Who do you acquire? Let's see what we got here. Okay, so two different answers.
Okay, wait, hold on. Mine kinda relates to his. I think we agree, and you give
okay.
Actually, I think we agree.
Don't.
And I'll explain. You give me the minute. I'll explain why we agree.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So I said don't blow up the core, but try to.
I said blow it up. All right. I said blow it up, but keep Crosby. I said keep Crosby unless he wants to be traded, and he's likely not going to want to be traded. So keep Crosby. Malkin has a very strict no trade clause, so you can't trade him. Getzel, he's hurt right now, so you can't trade. But if he wasn't hurt, I would 100% trade him. You're right with that.
Yeah.
I would maybe look to trade Carlson too. I would maybe look to trade Letang. Letang's not. They're all not getting any.
Okay, then we don't really agree.
The
Because
core is really.
Chris Letang, Evgeny Malkin, and Sidney Crosby need to stay on this roster. You let it go until it dies. It's like the Golden State Warriors for me. But I think that there are things that you can do to make this team more of a winning team. I'm not saying that Jake Gensel is the problem in Pittsburgh, but I am saying that if you flip him for more forwards, then quantity over quality right now could be the answer for the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think they need some young
You need
guys.
more. You need more assets.
Look,
exactly.
If you want to keep the core together like Letang and stuff, that's
and then
fine.
just
but
bring
I
in
think
more
you gotta.
things. But you do have to make.
They already traded Nylander, and I think they gotta make some trades. Maybe Carlson goes out the door too.
Yeah, but keep the three.
Sure. Okay. So that's how many points? I think it's 5?
It's six. It's six.
6? All right. So now we are on to our speed round.
I
think we're going to get these, so I'm not even going to time this. I think we're gonna get these to a certain point. No, never mind. It's going to be fun. We'll do 3 minutes. We'll do 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Ooh, it's a fancy, not 2 minutes.
Fast.
All right, let's go.
I have 4 rounds. I have easy. I have medium. I have hard, and I have fiery.
All right, you better read your rounds faster than you've been reading the questions so far. So,
alrighty.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. NFL player, 2011-2021 Denver Broncos, and they got traded in that year to the Rams, and then now is currently on the Bills since 2020.
That's Von Miller.
It is Von Biller.
There you go. There's a point. Hockey player from 2003 to 2017, he was on the Penguins. From 17 to 21, he was on the Golden Knights.
That's Marc-Andre Fleury.
That's Marc-Andre.
I get 2 for 2 right now.
All right. NBA, 1986 to 93, he was on the Pistons. And then 93 to 95, he was on the Spurs. And then 99 to 98, he got traded to the Bulls. And then 99
That's Dennis Rodman.
Yep. All right.
All right. Good stuff. This is baseball.
Now we're on the medium. We're almost at baseball.
We need one more point, and we win.
We need one more point.
Another NFL player, 2010-2014, New Orleans Saints, 2015-2017, Seahawks, 2018-2019, Packers, 2020-2021, Bears, and then this year he signed with the Saints again.
Ooh.
Oh, this is Jamal Williams, isn't it?
Nope.
No?
Ooh. I don't know.
You want to keep going?
No. Yeah. Skip it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baseball, 2015 to 2021. He was on.
Oh my God! I know who the last one was. Can I say it?
Nope. 2015 to 2021 Nationals. 2021, 2022 Dodgers. 2023, 2024 Phillies.
No way! You said he couldn't answer the last question.
No, that's not Kyle Schwarber. It's
Wait,
can you repeat the teams?
2015 to 2021 was the Nationals. 2021 to 2022 was the Dodgers, and then 2023 to 2024 was the Phillies. We're skipping? Are we skipping?
Hold on.
Brennan, we need one more point. Come on, man.
Oh, Straight Turner.
Yes, I don't know who that is, but let's go.
Oh my God. For some reason, I had Corey Seager in my mind, and I was like, no, he didn't play for he was on the Rangers. It's I get those two confused all the time. It's Straight Turner.
Okay. I want to hear hard. Can we hear hard, man?
What's funny if I
hear the one you said before was the one you said the NFL one. Was that Jimmy Graham?
It was Jimmy Graham, yeah.
Dang it, dude! Why did I say Jamal Williams?
No. What's really funny about the 3 minutes I gave you is if that was only 2, you would have gotten it right at the buzzer, and I would have given it to you. You guys just want to go through these for the hell of it because this is fun.
Yeah, I want to hear hard.
Yeah.
I want to hear hard.
All right, we're doing another hockey player here.
Okay.
2009 to 2015, he was on the Colorado Avalanche. 2015 to 2018, he was on the Sabres. 2018 to 2023, he was on the Blues. Then he got traded to the Maple Leafs. And 2023 to 2024, he is currently on the Predators.
Yes, this is Ryan O'Reilly.
Correct. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This might
I know my 2015 to 2018 the team that never made the playoffs, but had all the talent in the world.
Both of your guys' teams,
I heard you go Sabres Blues. I'm like, oh, okay. I see the choice.
It's hard. For me, this is hard. This might be easy for Korey, but we got an NBA player from 98 to 2013. He was on the Celtics. He got traded to the Nets, and then 2014, 2015, he was on the Wizards, and then 2015, 2017, he was on the Clippers.
That's Paul Pierce.
Yes. Wow. Okay. That was immediate.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Do you have any more football, baseball, maybe hockey?
Next one up is baseball.
All right, here we go.
All right. 2010 to 2017, he was on the Indians. 2018, he was on the Phillies. 2019 to 2020, he was back on the Indians. 2021, 2022, he was on the Royals. And then he got traded to the Mariners. 2023, he was on the Pirates.
On the Pirates, and now he is on the Brewers.
And then, now he's on the Twins. He got traded to the Brewers.
He got traded to the Brewers. And I know this because this is Carlos Santana.
Wow, okay. This would have been real easy for you guys. I thought that was a long history, and that was just someone random that it would have been okay.
No,
well,
I know. Well, you said Indians, Phillies, Indians, and that's how I immediately got Santana.
Okay, sure. I don't know the history of it as much as you guys, I guess. All right, now we got an NFL and NBA player for the super hard. What I think are the super hard ones. Okay. Again, for Korey, the basketball one's probably really easy, but
they might not be easy.
So in 2014, 2017, he was on the Cardinals, and then in 2018, he was on the Ravens. 2019 to 2020, he was on the Bills, and then this is really weird. 2021, he's on the Broncos, got released, signed with the Jaguars, got released again, signed with the Bucks, all in 2021, and then 2022, he ended his career with the Bills.
This would be Smoke Brown.
I need the actual first name.
John Brown. It's John.
Yeah,
Smoke Brown.
That's his nickname, Smoke Brown.
Smoke Brown.
2014 to 2017, he was on the Nets, and then he got traded to the Wizards in 2017. And then I believe the next year he was 2017, 2019 on the Pacers, and then 2019 to 2022 on the Jazz. He got traded in 2022 to the Pistons until this year when he got traded again to the Knicks.
Oh my God, that is just so many teams that I'm confused.
It's not.
I know who this is.
So 20.
Is it Bojan Bogdanovic?
Yeah. Attaboy, Brennan. Attaboy.
I know my Pacers.
No. Whenever you said Pacers and Jazz, I saw his face in my mind, but then you just said saying more teams. I'm like, stop talking. Like, so I was so confused.
Well, I remember him on the Pistons too, and now he's on the Knicks.
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Not to be confused with Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
Are they brothers?
The brothers. Yeah.
No, they're not.
Are they not?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Regardless, yeah.
You guys did succeed on, I would say, a last-second.
That's right.
There on the speed round.
The Trey Turner.
You guys had fun despite my technical difficulties.
Okay, Bogdanovic is Serbian and Bojan Bogdanovic is Croatian, so they are not related.
Interesting.
That's very strange, though. Okay, but I had some fun here. I hope you guys did as well, despite all the crap I just went through there.
Yeah.
You guys said you liked the questions. There were some questions I wish I could ask, but that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. What were some other ones? I liked the one NBA one. There was that was left that Brennan might try to reuse here, but
I might, yeah.
Maybe.
Alrighty.
We'll see.
Well.
There's an NCAA one as well.
Oh, I wanted to get to the NCAA one. I was
ready. I had an answer.
That was the last one I wanted to do.
I
then
did
you guys
too.
said you wanted to do the Penguins one.
What was your answer, Korey?
Kansas.
I said Baylor.
Okay. Big 12, as long as you know.
Yeah, it's always
the
Big 12.
are weird. It's weird.
There's so much parity there. There's so much parity.
But it's not even like in the way that Big 12 football has parity. It's just like really weird stuff. We need to wrap up this episode. We've been rambling.
We do, yeah. It's almost 40 minutes.
Gentlemen, I've been trying here. Gentlemen, I've been your host, Kyle, here with my wonderful friends, Korey and Brennan. I've had some fun times here. I don't know why I'm saying it's like it's the last episode.
Almost
the last episode
of the season.
Next week is the last episode of season 1.
Of season 1.
So I will see you gentlemen next week. Hope you guys had fun.